Happy to know that many professionals have been getting motivation and inspiration from our show. In that sense, we are blessed that we could able to give and support our fellow professionals. From this year, we are going to start a totally new format of Nurses Talk Show, which will have three sections, that is, for the students, for the practicing nurses, and for the general public. And our show will be twice in a month, that is, alternate Friday. We will be hosting a show on 5:30 to 6:30. Now, over to you, Shri ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rekha, and my team, and a very, very happy new year. Since this is our first show for 2021, 15th January is not late to wish everyone a happy new year. First of all, I would like to welcome our great enthusiastic team. Uh, please don't mind. First, let me welcome my own alma mater since I'm speaking. Welcome to all the LT College of Nursing students and Shobha Gaikwad, Avani and her students from Bombay, and of course, the stars of today's show are many students probably who know are from Global College of Nursing, Rajasthan, as well as from RML College of Nursing, and every single student who is present here. We definitely welcome everyone who is practicing nurses, because this show we wanted to start with students. From the next show, we will have practicing nurses also in, and people from general walks of life to watch our show. Without spending much time, our today's agenda is actually just a small, probably 20 to 30 minutes for students, and the hot topic of discussion is e-learning or electronic learning. Before that, I forgot to welcome our guests from UK. We have our friends from UK, and I think from many other parts of the world. There are quite a few people who are our well-wishers and our supporters, and who are watching us for a long period of time. So definitely we welcome all of them too. So everyone is welcome. Please, if I forgot anybody, that's just consider it as my error. So we start with e-learning, and we have students. I think who better than students can discuss uh, about e-learning, the recipients of all that we do as educators. So before I start, I'm Sri Devi, and I'm an educator, not talking to you from India. I'm talking to you from a country called Oman, which is in the Middle East. And this is just to know that how e-learning or electronic media in the last 9 or 10 months has magically connected all of us. So in this show, when we start with students, I'm also excited, and I just realized that maybe most of us, we're probably giving students a platform to connect to each other from probably north to the south, east to the west of India for sure. So that's a great platform, because those who are beginning their careers in 20 years from now, you don't know whom you're going to work with, and all these people might be your greatest buddies in your career. So that's a good thing for students. So while we start, let me first introduce our students and then say two lines about e-learning. So our today's first speaker is Yuvraj Singh, a BSN fourth year student from SLM Global College of Nursing, Mount Abu, Rajasthan. This young gentleman actually started or joined nursing because he thought it was for job security. But as each year he started learning, he realized the ropes of the profession, and with the ropes, he also realized the scope of the profession. So he wants to contribute to nursing by being an educator in the next 5 to 10 years. And what he wants to do is very nice. He wants to influence young people to join nursing as the first option, just like engineering and medicine is, and not if nothing is available, nursing. So congrats to Yuvraj for having a good motive. We wish you success in your thought. In the next 5 to 10 years, Yuvraj sees himself as a nurse educator and is aiming to close the gap between theory and practice gives me a complex. What did I do for the last 37 years? Yuvraj is a good orator and has been awarded for Hindi speech competitions. He speaks well, so we are glad that we will listen from Yuvraj himself. So after that, after Yuvraj, we will listen to another student and I will introduce the student at that point of time. E-learning is not something new actually, but in the last 10 months during COVID, it shot to prominence basically because we did not have any other source of teaching students, and the intention of universities, educators to not delay students and not to and to keep them on track was a necessity. So everybody everywhere in the world actually spoke to each other. In fact, I remember speaking to even my colleagues in US and UK and everywhere. What is everybody doing? And everybody was just jumping onto the electronic platform. Remember that faculty were not trained, were not prepared, as much as the students were not prepared to sit at home and learn classes. However, we have been doing things, but I think it's high time now that we think e-learning is going to be here to stay, because in the future, we are going to see hybrid learning. That means e-learning will continue to be a part of regular classes even in normalcy, and it would be a great idea for faculty like me and many others in this august audience to listen to students experiences. Remember, we have given them only 8 to 10 minutes. So after that, if you have any questions as faculty or as fellow students, please write your questions in the chat box, or if you are an FB, somebody from our team is watching FB as well, we will pick up your questions and we will ask the students, or we might answer each other. We hope this session takes about 30 minutes, and then we have some good entertainment to start the new year. We have students and faculty recorded programs. Finally, we will have my own teacher and a guru to most people here, Mrs. Uma Handa, will bless our New Year program and our New Year format. And we wind up with none other than the brainchild of this whole talk show, Ms. Rupa Rawat, giving you her final and our beginning of our show programs. So we start with you, Yuvraj. Please start.
A very good evening and a happy new year to all the gentlemen and ladies present here and to all the students. I am here to present my views and my personal experience on the current hot topic, that is e-learning. Actually, COVID-19 in 2020 led to the formation of a world of social distancing, which made the people, including us, that is the students, to sit indoors. And during this critical period, a new concept of e-learning came up with lots of hope. Actually, it is not a new concept, but for us, this was a new concept because from the many years past 12 to 13 or 14 years, we are going to the offline platforms, that is our schools, our colleges, where we are going to study and we got some knowledge. But during this period, we experienced a new concept of e-learning. I remember the date that was 1st April 2020, when our sir introduced this e-learning concept. And it was a simple concept at that time because we were hoping that this lockdown will be like, it will finish in some 14, 15 days. But they started this with a small WhatsApp group of a class. They used to just give some notes and some study material for us so that we can study and we can continue our study at our home itself. But later on, we came to know that this lockdown is still continued for the many time and for 1 month along. So our teachers also improved their knowledge about technical knowledge about these all classes, and they started preparing some recorded videos. Now the recorded videos were sent to our groups and the students were asked to learn from that videos. And after that, they were asked to do some assignments and some questions based on that videos. Now, actually, the fun fact is that students, every class has a bunch of students who have groups. Like some students are like, they want to study. Some are like, ठीक है, चल रहा है, चलने देते हैं. And some are like, ये कहाँ से आ गया जो हम लॉकडाउन में मजे कर रहे थे और बीच में ये सब कुछ आ गया. So the students started seeing the videos. First videos, it was like all the students are seeing this video nicely. When it came to second, 26 students got declined to 20. Now it got to 50, then 10, and it got reducing day by day. Now what happening was that teachers were giving assignment to us, we were doing the assignments, and the student who is good at studies, and all the students know that this students will surely do his assignment, they immediately call him and ask for the pic, that send me the pic and I will do my assignment quickly and I will submit it at the email. So this was the scenario. Now the problem arose when we got this Zoom, because the Zoom is live app, so students have to physically present and they have to show their faces also, because teachers were restricting. But now the students are the fathers of the teachers because of this generation. So the student just started that, sir आज तो network ही नहीं है, sir आज तो मेरे घर पे ये काम आ गया है. And in our Rajasthan, that most of the students are from the families of farmers, so they are like कि आज तो हम खेत पे चले गए, यहाँ पर network नहीं आता है, हमारे गांव में network नहीं आता है. So teachers were like ठीक है, अब जितने आ रहे हैं उनको ही पढ़ा लेते हैं. Now the thing was that if the class is starting at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., so the students are just sleeping and they have activated their mobile Zoom class and they are present without the video, and they are telling their friends that if the teacher calls my name for the attendance, just quickly call me, so I will wake up and I will show my face to him for that assignment. So the purpose of the virtual class was just for the attendance. But I really want to thank all the teachers for their improvements from their zero knowledge to this level of knowledge, where they were able to teach with their full confidence and with the best knowledge they can provide to their students. Teachers always want that their students should learn something at each day. Like if they are taking class of 30 minutes, they also know that students are not that much interested in this, but they want that if 5-minute education or knowledge they are getting, then it is good for them also, and it is for the satisfaction of the teachers also. Now talking about the examinations, students were very curious about the online examinations. Like paper was coming and students were like, see the Google, and Google se jo mil raha hai wo sab kuch kar diya. Now the teachers were getting that the paper was very hard, that you cannot search it on the Google also. Then they started that the topper friend, they will call the topper friend and they will get that, send me the pic and I will just copy it down to the teachers. Teachers also know that they are cheating, but teachers cannot do anything, because this is the era where they are also resisted from and they are also restrained from this. So this was the first view of the online classes. But now I would come to the pros and cons of the e-learning. According to my viewpoint, the most important pro of this online learning is it is available at your home, at your doorstep, and you can access it anywhere. Like if you are traveling also, you can join the classes. Now, another thing is that the students who are having some type of problems during that period of time, they can record this video and they can choose. For example, when I was at home, there was some time when I was busy in anything else. Because of that, I was not able to take the classes. So the students got recorded. My friends were helping me because they were recording that whole class and they sent it to me. So I can watch that video and I can learn from that. Also, it also helped that there was a save of money, because my college is around 45 to 50 kilometers away from my home. And I used to travel from with bus. So it cost around 100 rupees per day. Now, due to this online platform, I used to take my classes at my home, and this transportation expenses were almost like सब कुछ बच गया था. Next, अगला जो main pros है इसके, next pros of this online e-learning is that the students are always the another pros of this online e-learning is that the teachers were very fascinated to learn this concept of e-learning, because it is the future of the India, where e-learning will be imposed to future. Because if we see about foreign countries, this e-learning concept has introduced very earlier. Like they are experiencing it from last 5 to 10 years, but it is new for us, because when we are in the college, we are just hoping that we will go to the college and then only we will learn something. Now coming upon to the cons, as we are in the nursing profession is dealing with the patients. We are caring the patients with our hands. We are lacking this in-hand experience in this online e-learning platform. And this is the very important con, because when we are talking about the nursing, we have to make the students learn that particular skills which are needed for them for their future practicing and clinical practice. But in online platform, it is not possible. Another thing is that I am fourth year student, and if it was like normal period, we would have about 6 months of internship. But due to this lockdown and due to this corona period, we are having only 1.5 or 2 months of internship period. So this is a very much disadvantage to all of us, because we are not able to utilize our whole of the clinical practices in this era of modern nursing. Now, because we are going to be a nurse, graduate nurse, and we will be handling the patients, but online learning is not providing that facility to us. So this is the most important con for us and e-learning. Another thing is that every college is having a two types of teachers also. There are a type of teachers who are always ready to accept the challenges, and they are ready to adapt to the new technology, and they are also motivated to learn that new technology. But there are some teachers who are not ready to adapt this new technology, and they are not, actually it is not their fault, because they are not having that much of technical knowledge so that they can implement their they can implement their knowledge, and they can provide that knowledge to the student. So the teachers are needed to be trained so much that they can use their whole knowledge and potentials to provide all the knowledge to their studies. Another good advantage for me and my personal view is that I got the opportunity to connect to the huge respected nursing dignitaries of our nursing professions like Uma ma'am, Sri Devi ma'am, and Rupa ma'am. And I also connected to many of the e-conferences. I participated in some e-learning programs like COVID-19 program that was conducted by ILBS New Delhi. Also, I participated in some of the e-webinars where I learned so much of the things at my home step also. So these were the most important advantage of this e-learning concept. Also, this virtual learning brings, this virtual learning has bring that the students are very much interested in some of the co-curricular activities. Like as a students, we are always free at our home during this lockdown period. So we started that you can join some personality development course. We can have some courses to improve our communication skills, because in future we have to face many of the interviews for our job and others. So we can have that particular seminars or sessions so that we can develop our personality. So this was also a very much important benefit of e-learning concept. So these were all my personal views on this e-learning concept. Thank you, ma'am.
Very well. Very well. Sorry. Well said, Yuvraj. We will talk finally after I let Vinny speak. Thank you so much, Yuvraj, for your insightful experiences as well as understanding, and for the humor that you put into it. It is very nice that students understand teachers as much as teachers understand students. The next speaker on our show is a student, Vinny Vashisht. She is a final year student as well from Delhi's RML Institute. Vinny is also a very vocal and expressive speaker. I don't have to say much about her because you will hear her soon. Vinny writes to me that in the next 5 to 10 years, she also expects to be a good lecturer who will influence students and help nurses in their theoretical as well as in their clinical aspects. Just before I let Vinny talk, I just want to tell both of you, I hope that you will at least have minimum 3 years of good bedside experience, because we want to develop a culture where we do not have teachers, or we want to stop, I should say. People like me and Rekha and others that I know have clinical experience, need to have clinical experience, and then talk confidently from your knowledge to your students so that they will benefit. Because actually you will probably know if I asked you which of your teachers know and can teach, and which of your teachers are just reading from textbook. I mean, I don't have a doubt on this kind of assessment of students. So we wish you all the best, and Vinny Vashisht to tell about her experiences on e-learning. Welcome, Vinny.
Thank you very much, ma'am. First of all, good evening all of you, and I wish you a happy new year. So we are here to talk about e-learning, its pros, its cons, and what are the suggestions that I can give as from the perspective of a student. So all of us know that the pandemic COVID-19 shook the entire world and has impacted the Indian education system, especially, which was based on face to face lectures, which was based on face to face interaction in the classroom. The pandemic forced the closing of schools and colleges and thus affecting the right to education. In these times of social distancing, when all the schools and colleges were shut, there came an alternative, and that became an important part of our education system. And that alternative is e learning. Though it was present earlier, but we were not much aware of it. So, first of all, what is e learning? I think I don't need to tell much about e learning, as Mr. Yuvraj has explained very fabulously that what is e learning, how it came from, and what it is doing now to us. So, in a nutshell, I would say online mode of learning has made sure that education is reaching all. As Mr. Yuvraj said, it is at our doorstep. So, education is reaching all, and that too with flexibility. As he said, that you can attend the lectures whenever you want, you can record the lectures. So, it's right that it has too much of flexibility in it. A learner can schedule or plan their time in completion. Like it happened in the very beginning. We were very curious about the online programs. We were very, we were very enthusiastic that we have to shift to online mode of learning. So we wanted to see what is it. So in the beginning, we were like very happy and we were attending all the lectures. And also, e-learning compromises with the individual pace. As when we see the recorded lectures, if I'm not understanding a point, I can go back and I can get the point in some time. That might not be possible in the face-to-face interaction in the classroom. Students can learn anytime, anywhere, and thereby developing new skills in the process of leading life to lifelong learning. Like in my case, I have attended various sessions of Health Mela conducted by Dr. K.K. Agrawal that enhanced the knowledge and busted many myths about Corona, and that too free of cost. Otherwise, when we were in college time or when we are practicing nurses, at that time, if we want to attend any of the course, then we have to pay for it. But in online mode, we were, able to attend that course free of cost, and also attended e-learning courses conducted by INC. In this period, INC had also conducted many of the courses to provide some information. Had we been in college, we would not have been having so much of time so that we can attend those programs. But now we were having time, so we attended lots and lots of programs. But it was fun in beginning only. I repeat, it was fun in beginning only. We were interested in beginning only. Okay, so there are many benefits, but there are many, disadvantages also. A last benefit I would like to share. This is my personal favorite benefit. It is very satiating. You can sit in class in pajamas. Like right now, I'm wearing a coat, but I'm also wearing a pajama, and you are not able to know it. And I'm very happy with that. So
Me
it's
too.
so it's a very personal and it's a very good experience. So now coming to a serious points, what are the disadvantages or what are the cons of e-learning? So as we know, every coin has two sides. So this also has some of the disadvantages. And the major problem is that it is very enraging and it is very boring. As we know, attention span is about 25 to 35 minutes. And when you are especially on phone, if you are enjoying a stand-up comedy, then you can see it for 30 minutes. But when you are attending a lecture or you are just listening, means passive listening, it means you can't focus for more than 20-25 minutes. But e-learning is very enraging, and that's why it has become now quite boring in my point of view. Okay, so it is exhausting mentally and physically also. Like ophthalmologist, if you will search or if you will say any or see on any of the survey, you will get to know that ophthalmologists say that there is a huge surge in the patients, especially children from aging from 10 to 20, means this is the school age and the college age, because they are they are attending so many classes, they are so much busy in this online stuff that their eyesight is getting affected. See my example, previously I had no problem with my eyes. Now I have 0.25 and zero point 0.5 number of my respective left and right eye, and I'm not happy with that. I don't want specs, but due to this online learning, I have to use specs. Right now, I'm not using because I don't want to look bad. But but this has to be done. No. So also there is a lack of peer interaction. Right now I'm talking to you, but this is a Zoom meeting. That's why I'm talking to you. Had it not been Zoom meeting, I had not been able to talk to you. So peer interaction is less. It is not, it is affecting our mental health and social health as well. How social health? See, when we interact with someone, it enhances, it develops a good quality of life in us. You know, it improves our social health. So it is not only affecting the normal students. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ normal students and normal लोग affect हो रहे हैं. Nursing field में we are getting affected very much. How? I'll explain you. Florence Nightingale said that it is the nursing is the act of utilizing the environment of the patient to assist him in his early recovery. But look at yourself. Even you are not getting the proper environment. I mean, I, as a perspective of a student nurse, I want to say I'm not getting a proper environment. How can you expect me to give a proper environment to the patient for his speedy recovery? If I'm not getting it. So, but like it's like, okay. Also, there is one major disadvantage that I have personally felt, that is lack of personal guidance. See, when I was in college, I was in second year. So we had a ma'am, I won't take the name, she was our MSN teacher, and she used to guide every student, like, you have to focus on this thing, you have to focus on this thing. I know this is your weak point. So when I was giving a viva in my final year practical exam, the external came and she was asking question 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was giving, okay, ye bhi aata hai, ye bhi aata hai, ye bhi aata hai. But at that point of time, my teacher, who was from my college, she asked the external, please ma'am, wait. Then she started asking questions. She asked 3 questions from cardiovascular system, and I swear I didn't know any of them. So it is like, now, if you are asking questions to me now, then I can answer, because you don't know what is my, what is my weak point. But at that time, she knew, because we were having face-to-face interaction on daily basis. So as I already told you that it is a very flexible procedure, मतलब flexible thing, didn't I? Yes, I did. So, but इतना ज़्यादा flexible है, like it is so flexible that I know I have 2 recorded lectures. Morning में, अभी तो सुबह हुई है, I'll see it in afternoon. Afternoon में खाना खाया, नींद आ रही है, सो के देख लूंगी. अभी शाम को it's 6 p.m. now. I don't want to study right now. There is a meeting. That's why I'm sitting here. Otherwise, I would be in bed, or I would be searching some YouTube stuff. So it's like, it is so flexible. We have got so used to it, that we are not attending it now. Especially on the point of view of students. I have my cousins also. They, from class 5th to class 12th, they don't attend their classes now. Yes, Rekha ma'am is very right. Netflix. We have seen all of the web series. We have seen all of the YouTube comedy stuff. Everything we have seen. See, but as we all know, one more point. We are not getting personal guidance. That is one thing. Also, one thing is question, test. Firstly, we were very afraid online mein test kaise lenge, but then we had our innovative ideas. So I'm telling you my personal experience. Don't take it as a guidance. Okay, so this is very bad. You don't have to do it. I am just final year student, and my only exams are left, so I had done it. You don't do it, please. So there was a viva. In 4th year, we had our internship viva. So ma'am said, I'll be conducting a Zoom call, or Zoom call mein, there should be nothing around. You don't have to talk to anyone. So like you can see me now, see in the same way ma'am could see me. तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने जिस डिवाइस पे मैं अभी हूँ, मैंने उसे स्पीकर पे डाला, अपनी मम्मा के फोन से मैंने कॉल किया अपनी फ्रेंड को, और वो लीड लगा ली कान. सो जिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आप देखोगे, यू विल सी कि मैंने वही वाली लीड लगा रखी, बट यू डोंट नो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग. सो एक कान से मैं मैम का सुन रही हूँ, और जैसे मैम ने पूछा, बाय for example question, what is your name? So ma'am, what is my name? So by that time my friend will, she'll search the answer, she'll tell me the answer. So that way I crossed my viva. But don't do it, this is very bad. Please don't do it. Okay, so there are cons and there are pros, but we have to continue with this only. We have to take it for some more time, and I would say for a very long time. So there are some scope of improvement. There should be a room of improvement. Although our teachers are expressing us, all the teachers are expressing themselves, they're giving more ideas, but according to students, it is getting very boring. So for that, we have to make sure that the classes, that the lectures are more interactive, they are more dynamic, and they are more eye-catching. For example, in nursing, what we can do is, instead of dictating the procedure, instead of passively telling the procedure, what the teachers can do is they can either search or they can make a animated video of the procedure. Second thing is, like we used to do in our second and third year, that we had to present a case presentation. तो उस case presentation में हम लोग क्या करते थे, patient का data, what the patient is facing the problem, what are the problem in the books, तो उसमें compare करते थे, and then we used to compare the treatment also. लेकिन अब ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. Now we are learning only. पढ़ने के लिए तो हमारे पास books भी है ना, पर हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं उन्हें, तो ऐसे कौन पढ़ेगा. तो इस चीज को भी हमें वही, मतलब हमें ऑनलाइन को ऑफलाइन बनाने जैसा, वी हैव टू मींस पुट आवर एफर्ट्स टू इट. सो जैसे केस प्रेजेंटेशन, जैसे प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड लर्निंग करते थे, देयर इज अ नीड so that we can emphasize on this. मतलब this is the high time that we can emphasize on this, so that the students can cope up with the e-learning. Otherwise, e-learning पहले भी थी, e-learning अब भी है, but no one was much used to it. और अगर ये ऐसे ही चलता रहा, so जैसे it was fun in beginning, now it is not fun, so it will be kind of quite boring. So I would say e-learning is very good, but it needs some scope of improvement. And I have told you based
Sure.
on my experience that we
Sure,
have,
sure.
you know, कहते हैं कि इंडिया में हर चीज का जुगाड़ होता है. तो आप लोगों ने मतलब टीचर्स ने, आप लोगों ने जूम कॉल निकाली, हमने उसका वाइवा देने के लिए आंसर निकाल लिया, या क्वेश्चन हमारी मैम ने तो हमारे सामने मींस device was in front of me and she said write the answers. I used split screen. You won't be able to know. I used split screen. मैंने एक ही screen पे आंसर भी दिखाया, एक ही screen पे मैम को भी दिखाया, and I wrote the answers. So these things are to be taken care of. I am a student, इसलिए मुझे अच्छा लगा. As I said, I want to be a nurse educator. तो उस टाइम मुझे सब अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, है ना. तो I'll try my level best कि इन चीजों को थोड़ा कम किया जा सके. Thank you so much. That's my point.
Very, yeah. Very good, Winnie. It was very interesting to listen to you as well and to your suggestions and your honest thing. I'm sure, like some of them you're telling maybe stories, but this may be true experiences from where you have got from other people. And I know this for sure because I also have students, and we can. I mean, and so it's nice that you know you're telling what's happening and you're advising others as well as you're making faculty aware. And I'm sure faculty have gained quite a few points from these two students. Before I actually take some questions, some of them I have. And Yuvraj, would you like to suggest something also? Meaning, like she said about animated videos, and she said about case presentations and some projects. Do you have some ideas? Because see, this platform is also for learning purposes. So faculty will gain as much from students as I believe. I'm a teacher for so many years. As much as students will gain from teachers, I know that equally we can gain. So Yuvraj, over to you.
Yes, ma'am. As I said that there are two types of teachers. So
Yeah.
the second type of teachers who are not having that much of technical knowledge, I think they should be provided
Yes.
proper training to use these things.
Okay.
Actually, second thing is that during this lockdown period, I joined some online coaching institutes for some competitive exam. And from that, I benefited a lot because they are having the virtual digital boards which they are using. So I think the institutes are capable of using those virtual digital boards, and these boards are like the feeling of offline classes at your home. So this will be very much benefit. And in future, we can have that in a week, we can have 2 days of online lectures and 4 days of offline lectures if offline classes are permitted. So this will develop that daily basis online. हमें एक बार इस e-learning को हमने पकड़ा है तो इसको एकदम से छोड़ नहीं देना है जब offline learning आती है, because it is the future. So I think the colleges or institute or the universities should adopt that 2 days in a week should be for the e-learning for alternate years of students, and other 4 days should be offline where they can have their clinical practice or this thing. And other thing for the clinical practice, I think virtual labs can be helpful. Virtual labs can be set up for the students where students can have that interactive lab and procedures for the students, and quality of the camera because students are not able to see the whole things, because teachers are very much trying because they are not having that much resources to be provided from the management. So management should also provide those resources which are needed by the teachers for providing that quality e-learning to the students.
Thank you, Yuvraj. That's it. Okay, so Yuvraj gave us two more points. He said about virtual digital boards, which he saw being used on online classes in which he was preparing for competitive exams. And he also spoke about additional training for faculty, which I think we already are aware of. And so, uh, but we need new techniques. Okay, so before I have a lot to talk, but I won't because this is not the platform for that. So before that, I have few questions which I have, and Chris and Rekha, whoever is following FB and chat, if there are questions, you may directly actually ask. Uh, so current challenges to learning, I think you both have already mentioned. That is, I understood that definitely nursing is a practicing profession. So for us, environment, like, if patient is not there, how do we become nurses? Correct? So this is one thing that you've already said. And whatever we teach you, we cannot teach that touch or that environment or the skills, whatever. That's a big challenge. So that challenge is actually 50% of our education system. So that was one question that was asked. Do you want to add anything else to current challenges, either Vinny or Yuvraj? You spoke already. Is there any new point that came to your mind on challenges in learning? I think internet connection was already mentioned by Yuvraj. I remember when he told it in a casual way, "Aaj internet nahi hai, so I'm not going to join." So that was a point that was made. Uh, I don't know whether expenses. I mean, expenses got saved while internet internet too expensive for either of you or your friends. Have you heard them saying that internet ka paisa zyada hota hai? I don't know because I'm now not in India. I would
No,
like to
no.
ask you this.
Internet is not that much of expensive, because the problem is that I am having one younger brother and he is in 11th class and he's in the school and he's also having his online classes. So his timing of the classes is from 9 to 12 and our classes timing is 9 to 11. And in our family, we are having two smartphones. One is for our father, Papa, and one is with me. My Papa is a school teacher and he goes to his schools in early at 7 o'clock. So we left for only with one phone. So we made that alternative days we will join the classes, that one day he will join and one day I will join.
Okay.
Yes, so this is the one of the major problem for learning.
Yes, so device is expensive. It's not about internet. I can understand that. And assume if it was a laptop, and if you are two or three children, or you have a father or a mother working, and or two parents working and two children attending college, four laptops are going to be like impossible in our country. I mean, we cannot imagine this. True. So that's a challenge. What else? Rivini, do you have any point?
As far as challenges, as far as challenge is considered, I would say that Yuvraj, yes, Mr. Yuvraj is very right. Device is a problem. Actually, I also had to face this. Means we have got a new laptop worth 45,000, and it's not easy to spare some money from daily, from monthly expenditure. So this is one point. That's a very good point. Also, I would say that another challenge in online platform is that you don't get that type of environment that you used to get in your classroom. Like if I'm sitting right now here and I'm attending a class, my mother is doing some stuff, she'll be calling my name again and again. Also, I'm not get means, environment is a problem. We are not getting the environment, and we are not living in हवा महल ना कि हमारा एक कोने में चले जाओ तो ठीक है, तुम बाकी सबसे डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाओगे. We are living in our homes जहाँ पे 4 से 5 लोग हर फैमिली में रहते हैं, and if there is a joint family, you can't expect that you will get the proper environment to study or to read. So yes, environment is also a problem.
True. So I understand that also. I mean, that's another thing to emphasize, that faculty should be sensitive, that students may not have a quiet place, and a quiet place is definitely needed for focusing. Like even if it is not your mother calling you, food smell or something happening, some noise somewhere, some child is crying, some dog is barking, this is going to really be a problem. I understand that. Thank you, Vinny. Now there's a question here to Vinny and to Yuvraj. These were questions given to me earlier. Are the college meeting your expectations? are the colleges meeting your expectations? That means you did tell about pros and cons. Is there any other expectation? Like, are they meeting your expectation? You think this is all right?
Ma'am, shall I speak?
Yes, please.
Firstly, I would say the teachers are trying their level best, but uh, honestly speaking, the college is not meeting our expectations, because when a teacher is at her home, or when a teacher is teaching from home, she is in her comfort zone. She is sitting on she is sitting on either the sofa or the chair, and she is telling us something. But when she is in the classroom, she is making movements, which kind of captures the attention, and she is using the board, which captures the attention of students. But when you are at home, like I'm sitting right now, well, I'm sitting here right now, I can't catch your attention. But if I'm writing something on the board and I'm making moments regularly, then I'll be able to catch your attention. So this is a drawback. So in this way, college is not meeting up the expectations
Okay, fine.
in form of delivering the information.
I get you. I get you, Vinny. It's absolutely fine. See, this is a nurse talk show. This is not a formal show. So we haven't told you who we are in terms of, we want to keep this environment very friendly. So I get you. Yuvraj, do you have anything to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Talking about our expectation is that, ma'am, nursing colleges, I'm so sorry to say that nursing institute and the management of the nursing institutes are not focusing on the education of the children's nowadays. Apart from the government institutes and some of the established nursing institutes, many of the nursing institutes are just focusing on that they have to earn money. So they are not providing that proper resources the teachers and that motivation to the teachers. I have heard that from many of the teachers that during this lockdown period the salary is totally cut, like they are getting 10,000, 5,000, and how they will be motivated to and take interest in these online coachings or classrooms when they are paid only 5,000 a month. Like how it is possible to take their potentials up to the level so that they can transfer that energy or that knowledge to the students. So this is the problem, that colleges are not focusing on the improvement of teacher, because when motivation of the teachers is high, then they will provide that level of knowledge and then they will be able to give their best for their students. So this is my point.
True, Yuvraj. I had a friend of mine from Kerala just speak to me last week, and she was saying that in Kerala there are managements that are saying that you're sitting at home and teaching, so so you don't have to be paid, so let us pay you half salary. But actually we all know as teachers that online classes are taking much more time from us because it's new to us, and the effort we have to put in is not same as preparing a lecture for a face-to-face class. So yes, this is something that is a problem. Now one more question that there is two questions here. One is, are teachers just giving you PowerPoints? You can be honest. Don't worry here. Nobody is going to take this to you in another way. Okay. So are teachers just giving you PowerPoints and you're downloading them? And is that what is happening, or is there something more happening in terms of engagement in your own views? It is a straightforward question. I'm sorry, I can't put it in any diplomatic manner.
No.
Ma'am,
yeah, Vinny, yeah.
Ma'am, based on my personal experience and from my college, it's not like that. We were Zoom meetings were conducted, and we used to interact through Google Classrooms. There were only tests. Some of the tests and some of the presentations were there that we were sent. Means teachers used to send some of the PDFs. Otherwise, they were taking full classes. In fact, 3 to 4 hour classes sometimes they were taking.
Okay, fine. And Yuvraj?
Yes, ma'am. As I said that there are two types of teachers always. So here also there are two types of teachers. One who is highly motivated, he want to do something for the student, and one who is just want to take that he or she has to complete just syllabus only. So in my experience, we have experienced both of the teachers. Some teachers, they were just giving us the pictures of the books and we downloaded them, and they were saying that read it, and if you have any doubt you can ask. And some teachers are like, they were wake up at 7 a.m. and they were preparing a recorded video with nicely presentation so that we can learn the best, and they were trying to give us best as possible from their side.
Okay. Thank you, Raj and Vinny. There is another question which I don't know whether students can answer. How to develop skills from online classes? I think this is what is being asked. What were you all taught? I mean, how were you taught skills? Can you both tell? And quickly, I'll give an answer. We are
So
running short. We are nearly 48.
talking
Yeah.
about the skills, as I mentioned, that talking about the college classes, because in that we are familiar with the teachers. But if we are having a digital board and teachers are
No,
taking
no,
from,
procedures. Were they teaching you any procedures? Like skills development. I'm sure you're fourth year students, so the skills may not be many to teach like fundamentals. But how are they teaching you skills, if any, in the other? I mean, for everybody else, you don't have to talk for yourself.
yes, because talking about the skills that virtual labs can be helpful, like teachers are going to the labs and they were shooting that video, but it is not that much helpful that we are experiencing in the live way or when we are experiencing
Okay.
the patients. So it is
Okay.
one of the disadvantages from this offline online
Right.
classes.
Vinny?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in our college also, sir used to go to the fundamental lab, and once he showed us the procedure back technique. In fourth year, we have to go to
Yeah.
community. So he showed us
Yeah.
the procedure back technique. Although he had shown it earlier, so I can compare the two. So it was like कि पहले I had seen it from the 3D view. कहाँ से क्या मतलब which pocket to open first, which to close first, how what to do and how to do.
Yeah.
But this time जहाँ camera plays है, we can see from that angle only, and also we can't ask questions. जैसे उसी time कुछ समझ नहीं आया तो we used to ask कि सर ऐसा कैसे. But in means in recorded form you can't ask question, and not sir is not available every time so that he can say means 50 students and the 50 students call karo. He doesn't have that time also. He has other classes also. So it's like
Okay.
offline means when we were face to face interaction was better, although
Okay.
this is not bad, but when we compare the two, the other one is better.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Yuvraj and Vinny. We are running short of time. For those of you, yes, like video recorded lecture classes were. I mean, we also did some video recording for our students. However, in our place here, we have started clinicals. We have actually, I mean, just made it 1 day clinical per batch and made it a huge long day. And we are trying to accommodate students from 31st January. We are going back to clinical. So we are using videos so that suppose ABG collect करना है तो ABG का video बनाया है, it's uploaded, we will show them once, and then the students have to do self practice. And so what happens is we will do an OSCE exam. This is what we are planning. Before we send them to the clinical, students will have to practice because marks they will lose otherwise, and so they will probably be pushed to self learn and practice, and we can see probably quick learning. This is what we are trying to do. However, virtual learning in fundamentals was useless. When I came to health assessment, I realized that students, I told them to put the blood pressure cuff and they put the tube upwards towards the shoulder because this was virtual. Miss, fundamentals online class, miss. So they did not know. So beginning students will have really tough time. So we cannot teach skills like that. Virtual labs or case presentations, ready-made stuff is available for teaching in theory, like case study methods of doing things. Unfolding case study is something we used here very much. Like Vinny said, but she didn't say the whole story. Like give students story of patients and then keep asking them critical thinking questions. This will engage students much more. So that's a method of doing. So part by part, the story of the patient keeps uh, unfolding, and students have to answer questions based on the theory that they learned. So this way they can be engaged. So I think we will quickly wind here. And I mean, I'm sorry if anybody has any other question after the end of the program. We request Vinny and Yuvraj to stay on, and I hand over the entire thing to Chris because we are running short of time. Thank you so much. I can see some comments there. Please read the chat. Somebody from my college is writing there. Chris, can you take over and
Yes,
complete
yes.
the
Thank you,
rest of the
ma'am.
program? Thank you so much.
Yes. Once again, good evening to all, and I hope everyone have enjoyed this nice session by two of our dear students. So let's have some fun. All of us are talented in our unique way. We just need to recognize our capacity and develop our talents to their full potential. And we all know, yes, we nurses are package of full talents and skills. So here we have rainbow of cultural programs, which is new to this season 2 of our nurse talk show, where it is been prepared by our talented nursing students and some nurses. Without taking much time, we'll start with few cultural programs, which is pre-recorded by our talented participants. Uh, Let me introduce about one of the famous traditional classical dance of India, which is popular in Kerala, that is Mohiniyattam. Mohiniyattam dance gets its name from the word Mohini. And here I invite Madam Sridevi Balchandran, who was our moderator just now. She is a keen learner of Mohiniyattam as well. And she is also a package of many talent skills. So she's coming with a song. It's a Malayalam song, Oru Neramengilum Kanade Vaya, Guruvayurappan song. It is like a devotional song for Lord Krishna. Guruvayurappa means Lord Krishna. And it signifies the love towards Lord Krishna, and people love to sing this song. The lyricists say that never for a moment can I remain without seeing your form that radiates your divinity and grace. It is never possible for me to remain without listening to sweet melody of music that flows from your divine instrument of flute, a deity to Lord Krishna. So may I request our team to please play the video of Mohiniyattam performed by Madam Sri Devi and her partner. Rupa, can you please unmute? The volume is not.
Volume is not there.
Is it audible now?
Yes.
ये सब क्यों दिखा रहे हैं?
Wow, that was indeed a lovely performance. It was a blend of cosmic tune and divine music with a traditional performance. Though we didn't play full video, but definitely we will do in later sessions also. Yes, next we have a young charming student nurse, Mansi, who is a final year student hail from Delhi, who came to this profession with her own wish, and she loves nursing, and her vision is to become a contributory part of nursing education in coming years. Yes, I forgot to say, she's a good poet as well who loves writing poems. Let us hear the poem penned by Mansi on nursing. Over to you, Mansi, for your poem recitation.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone. Uh, Before beginning with my poem, like where I got the idea to pen down my thoughts, and so the title is explains it itself, and the title of my poem is "हम nurses को sister क्यों बोलते हैं?" So where the idea originated is कि why the nurses are called sisters. So हम nurses को sister क्यों बोलते हैं? क्योंकि वो शायद हर गम बांट लेती है, दवाई ना लेने पर डांटती भी बहुत है, और जब उम्मीद भी साथ छोड़ दे तो समझाती भी खूब है। हर चीज का ही तो ध्यान रखती है, कड़वी गोलियां और दर्द भरे इंजेक्शन से लेकर आती है। पर जो भी हो, दम तो होता है इनकी डांट में, तभी तो इनका एक श्श्श पूरी हलचल शांत कर देता है। बूढ़े हो या बच्चे, हर उम्र को ही ये खूब संभाल लेती हैं, दूसरों को अपना मान के अपनों से ज्यादा ही कर जाती हैं। हार भी तो नहीं मानती है कभी, और ना ही मानने देती हैं। जिंदगी की आखिरी सांस में भी हिम्मत बांधे रखती हैं, और नई जिंदगी की शुरुआत भी तो इन्हीं से ही होती है। कितना भी दर्द हो, मलहम तो यही लगाती हैं। मन के हर सवाल का जवाब भी तो इन्हीं से मिलता है, और रखने का पाठ भी तो पढ़ाती हैं। अपनों की देखभाल तो सब करते हैं, पर सबको अपना मानकर साथ तो यही देती हैं। डॉक्टर से चुगली भी करती हैं, कभी प्यार से तो कभी डरा धमका के इंजेक्शन तो लगा ही जाती हैं। सच, ये नर्सेस भी क्या खूब होती है, पराई होकर भी अपनों सा ध्यान रखती है। थैंक यू।
That was very good by Mansi, your voice and your captivating images of nurses. Please do continue writing poems. Yes, only two more events are pending. As we know, dancers are messengers of God. Dance as a narration of a magical story that resides on lips, illuminates imaginations, and embraces the most sacred depth of whole soul. Now hold your breath for another dance performance by Miss Anchana. She's also a nursing student who loved to carry her talent along with her profession. She spent daily 1 hour for a dance. She never missed any chance to dance anywhere. She visioned herself to be a well-known, respected leader in nursing profession. Another surprising factor is that she loved to become a geriatric nurse in future. I invite our team to play Anjana's performance on Kanha So Sojara. Rupa, video, audio is not there.
Is it okay? Sorry.
Yes, yes.
That was mesmerizing performance by Anjana. You please continue your dancing as well, flourish in your academic as well as performance. Thank you so much. And coming to the last event, you know, there are different kinds of enjoyment in life. When we are happy, we may express it in different forms, like we may dance, we may sing, we may cook, we may eat, or whatsoever. In regard to friendship, there is a song you all know might be, ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे. Wow, that is the beauty of friendship. Here we bring such a lovely friends, Miss Jessie and Judith, who is a senior nursing officer, with a powerful bit of music by singing My Heart Goes Shalala. I am guaranteeing you, you all will enjoy this song. Over to you.
Is it visible and audible?
Yes, Rupa.
Thanks. Listen to your heart, it's singing. My heart goes sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la in the morning. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la in the sunshine. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la in the evening.
Yes, thanks to Sister Jessie and Judith. It was really wonderful performance. We all feel lost in those dipped music notes. Hope everyone enjoyed with the rhythm. So here we end with today's cultural events. Everybody is talented because everybody who is human has something to express, right? So please do share your talents to us. We all love to enjoy in our upcoming shows. And for the last end note, I request Madam Shri ma'am to please continue further. Thanks once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chris. Without delaying, I would like to invite my wonderful maternity teacher who taught me maternal health in LT College of Nursing. None other than Ma'am Uma Handa. I do not have a CV to tell you, but I don't think anybody is there who doesn't know her. She's the youngest of the group, as enthusiastic as any one of the students here. She's going to give us blessings. She has held many positions. Currently she's retired, but she is the you of our show. We call this you talk show, use the talk show. And so you stands for Uma ma'am, and Rupa has actually dedicated this show in Uma ma'am's name. Over to you, Uma ma'am. Please bless all the nurses and give us your message. Thank you.
Thank you, Sher. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can you?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you
Yes,
very
we
much.
can hear you, ma'am.
Jayashree, for giving over to me. Well, I think the whole show was very good. And we have to thank Rupa for, she's the brainchild of this particular nurses talk show, and which has done one season already, and this is the second season we are starting. And we're very happy to see everybody's talent, as well as, you know, what their thinking was about the e-learning and everything. Very well planned by Shire. And then my, this is, you know, I'm here just to see, to bless you all. My heartfelt blessings for the new year 2021 to all of you, all the students, all the teachers, all the other participants, and everybody. Now, I just have to give few, you know, you can take it as advice, or you can take from my experiences, what I have learned, what I felt was what made me successful, whatever she said about me. So that was in discipline, which I thought, certain ideas which I had in my mind, and the goals. Now, when the new year starts, I won't take very much time because there is very little time. I'll just take few minutes. When the new year starts, we all set up our goals. And I think that all of us, you will agree with me that setting up of the goals is very important. Now, when we set up the goals, we also start dreaming. This was past, this was now, this is future, this is going to be future. But then those dreams do not take you anywhere. It is the setting of the goal, determining about the goal, being persistence, being, perseverance and resilience about it. Once you set up the goal, it is not necessary that you will get the success because what you dreamt of or what you thought of. There will be many falls in between. There will be many obstacles. Those obstacles are actually an opportunity. We should take them as challenges. And as we take the challenges, we overcome obstacles and we come closer and closer to our goals. Now, you have to see that the goals are, like we say that goals, when we achieve them, we have the feeling of that we are really living and we are doing very, very well in our life, and we are able to not that everything you will be able to achieve, but whatever the most important. And we should not think about the past. Now, suppose somebody gives a gift to you, you say it is present. It is a present to me. Now, present is a present, and that is exactly what is there for you at that moment, what you should do, what type of present you should give yourself by achieving the goals which you had set, some of them. So what I would say that arise in order to achieve your goal, few factor needs to be there. You should arise to your own expectations, awake and step forward, and not until you have achieved your goal. You will determine what you are going to do, and one day you will see that what you thought that you may not be able to get to, you will become really what you really want it to be, and you will definitely be blessed, ultimate results that what you had expected. So my thing is that I have this New Year's blessings for the whole year, for you people to work hard and work more and more sincerely, faithfully to yourself and faithfully to everybody else, and love everybody, and see that you come closer and closer to God, so that you have faith in God and you are able to get the blessings of the God, and you get everybody's blessing and your own hard work and sincere work to achieve your goals. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best for the year 2021. Let's pray together that all our problems and troubles are gone in another few days, and we are back to our hard work as we were doing and overcoming all the problems which we are going through. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uma ma'am, and we thank you for your blessings. And in 2022, again in Jan, we look forward to Uma ma'am doing the same thing for us. Each year, we all get together to make sure, without spending much more time, the star of our show, Miss Rupa Rawat. She will just take a few minutes to conclude and to remind everybody what's going on. And after that, we would like students to, those who have time, to stay back, because we just want to take a few suggestions from you. So over to Rupa. Rupa is a rheumatology master's in nursing, currently working in Delhi. She is doing a WHO project. She is absolutely thinking, she is somebody who thinks out of the box, an amazing person. And we all gathered, she had an idea, and 5-6 of us gathered to support her. And whatever you see today and in the past year has been the result of a team, but it was Rupa's idea. There should be an idea for everybody to work. And thank you, Rupa, for including all of us in it. And as a team, we are very happy to be here. Rupa, please, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, ma'am. First of all, I really overwhelmed with all that appreciation, gratitude for each and everyone, especially my team, because everybody has an idea, but the most important is execution. And for the execution, you need a team, and my team is just like a pillar. So I'm really grateful for having the wonderful team with the blessings of Uma ma'am, Shri ma'am, Rekha di, Krish, and Young Chindalma, Geeta, and everybody. And most important, you all. First of all, wish you all a very happy, wishful new year. And thank you very much for giving us opportunity and successfully completed 30 episodes in 2020. We are sincerely grateful for your all love, support, and appreciation. Change is the
Rupaji, can you increase your volume a bit, please? We can't hear you.
Is it? Is it with everyone, I believe?
Your voice is a bit low.
Can you hear me now?
It is not.
Yes, yes.
Little
Yeah, it's
more.
better.
Yeah.
So as I said, that change is the only constant in life. So day become night, baby grows, student become the professionals, and 2020 change into 2021. And therefore, the Nurse Talk Show is also with the new version, new session. So we are back with the bang with season 2. And thank you very much for all your support. And we will be looking forward this support in future too. खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि तकदीर से पहले खुदा तू खुद से पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. Escalate yourself that high that before escalate yourself that high that God before destiny decree the destiny. I'm so sorry, I'm getting emotional actually. Before decree to the destiny, asked, what is your intention? And that is our intention when we started this show. We really wanted to have a platform where nurses can talk about their own inspirational, motivational stories with the glory. We really wanted to have a platform where nurses can celebrate nursing profession and services with pride. And I hope, and I can say, I can say, with conviction that yes, so far we have already successful in our intention and motto, because nowadays there is so many platform where the nurses are coming forward and letting their story, narrating their story in informal way. So that was a whole ideation behind this nurse talk show, and we really wanted to celebrate the Indian nurses as a nightingales. So, with that note, I request you all continue, keep giving us your blessings, your support, your appreciations. So now, new format of the Nurse Talk Show will be little different. We will be having three sessions. That the sections. One section will be designed for the students, and another section will be designed exclusively designed for the faculty and the clinical nurses, because we want more engagement from the student and the clinical nurses in this season. Last but not the least, and the most important third section is for the general public. Yes, the Nurse Talk Show is coming with the general public with the health education, or we will better to say updated information about the health and health education. So be there, though we will be less in frequency because we really want to have quality. We will be less in frequency, but definitely we will be more powerful in impact than 2020. So now we will be available on second and fourth Friday of every month at the same time, 5:30 to 6:30, and we really want you to be there. Yes, because nothing comes easy. So please spare some time for your personal and professional development. With that note, myself, Rupa Rawat, thanking you all on the behalf of whole You Nurse Talk Show, and keep watching us. Thank you very much. Over to you, Shri Ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rupa. Can we go? Can you put off FB and the recording, please?